It all started with a rogue garden gnome and ended with our whole street looking like a scene from a Tim Burton movie.
So, the Johnsons, sweet as people, but their lawn was a jungle, and my dad, let's just say he takes his lawn care very seriously. One day, their overgrown rose bush started creeping onto our perfectly manicured side. My dad, instead of talking, subtly trimmed it back and accidentally left one of their tacky garden gnomes facing our house, giving it the stink eye. The next morning, we woke up to find 10 brand new, identical garden gnomes, all facing our house, lined up like a little ceramic army. No note, no doorbell ring, just gnomes. My mom, who usually avoids conflict, saw red. She's a big fan of those inflatable yard decorations, so that night a giant inflatable T-Rex appeared in our yard, roaring silently at the gnome army. The Johnsons' response? A full-sized inflatable unicorn positioned perfectly so it looked like the T-Rex was trying to eat it. And then another 20 gnomes joined the army. This wasn't just neighbors, this was psychological warfare. It went on for weeks. We'd put out a scarecrow, they'd add a dozen plastic crows. We'd string up disco lights, they'd put out a fog machine. The amazing part? Not a single word was exchanged. We'd wave politely, they'd wave back, all while our yards were transforming into a chaotic art exhibit. Soon, other neighbors started noticing. First, curious glances, then they started leaving anonymous gifts. A small plastic flamingo here, a tiny fairy house there, adding to the absurdity. Our street became the local attraction. People would drive by just to see what new spectacle had appeared overnight. Of course, this couldn't last. The HOA, bless their rule-loving hearts, finally sent us both official notices. Excessive yard decor, disturbance of aesthetic harmony, yada yada. The notice said we had 24 hours to remedy the situation. My dad and Mr. Johnson, who hadn't spoken more than a hello in 2 months, suddenly had a common enemy. That night, under the cover of darkness, my dad and Mr. Johnson were seen working together, not to remove anything, but to combine everything. They built a giant multi-layered pyramid of gnomes, topped with the inflatable T-Rex eating the unicorn, all bathed in disco lights with the fog machine blasting. It was magnificent. It was terrifying. The next morning, the HOA representative pulled up, took one look, sighed, and just drove away. The battle was over. We didn't get fined. The HOA just gave up. And my dad and Mr. Johnson, they've been exchanging knowing nods ever since, united by their shared victory against conformity. So yeah, my neighbors traumatized the HOA, but it was so funny we all got away with it. And our yards, they're still a little eclectic.